welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and today's video is going to be one that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I didn't really feel like right now, like before was the time, but I feel like definitely now is the time. And it is showing you all my east facing windowsill plants, and I'm not showing you everywhere in my home. More specifically, it's my east facing bedroom windowsill plants, and I absolutely love them. I have two windows, one here and then the other one that you can see behind me. So I'm gonna try my best to direct you all and show you the plants that I'm talking about. So if you're interested in seeing my windowsill plants, my east facing plants to be more specific, then keep on watching. Alright, so welcome back. I'm actually going to pan you all this way because I consider my whole windowsill plants to start from this direction, so let's turn you all around. So this is an overview of this first window, and I'm going to actually start off in this section right here. This is a shoe rack that I DIY'd to fit onto my wardrobe, and now I'm actually using it for plant storage, which is pretty cool. So the first plant here is behind this little baggie that I used to prop. I have a Hoya carnosa compacta that I love so much, my favorite Hoya rotundiflora. I have this Hoya carnosa pink princess because they say a queen wears a crown, but a princess, she wears a gown, okay? Next to it, I have my Cebu blue. Love it. And the reason that all of these are so wet is because I missed my plants. And this guy right here is a, what is it called? A Philodendron Burley Max. It's one of two. This is the smaller one. As you can see, that is so pretty. It just has a bunch of leaves. So if I pan you all down this way, this section right here is half and half, sort of a, well, it's like a quarter. Depends on how you're feeling that day. This section here is part rehab plants, it's part propagation, and it's part storage just for plants. So each plant on here is different. Their requirements, the reason that they're on here is for a different reason. So this plant right here is my silver sword, Philodendron hastatum, I believe. I have here a rooting, recouping, in recovery. This is my Hoya australis lisa that I actually recently just purchased and is now trying to root itself. Yay, not yay. So next I have a Syngonium albo, and as you can see the alboliciousness right here. This one doesn't have like super obvious just like white in it, but you know it's an albo because you see the white in it, and that's all that matters. This one is a rehab. It's my Stromanthe Trio Star, and I have now officially learned the care for this plant, so I won't be making those same mistakes ever again. Behind that I have, I believe this is a fern cactus. This one I'm trying to root because I want a fuller plant, and I'll show you the larger one when we go to a different section. This, wow, I hate this jade. It can just go in the trash. This jade, I hate this jade. Trying to be the center of attention. I hate when you fucking create mess. Gasp. When you're not trying to create mess, and plants just always want to give you more shit to do. So this jade that I'm gonna actually put down here, fuck it. This is a reverted pink princess that I'm trying to see if it is willing to go non-reverted again and push out green. You guys can see the mess that that freaking stupid plant just made. Yes, they're stupid when they give me more work to do. Stupid. I have to clean this up. Am I the only person who hates when their plants just want to fall just because it wants attention? This one is a pink princess, just a solid pink princess plant, and it's small, but mighty be our power. This is a Monstera adansonii that I cut from my mother plant, one of the many cuttings from my mother plant. And you all know already about my reverted pink princess that is pushing out beautiful pink, and it has another new leafy pushing out, so I'm excited to see what becomes of that. Okay, I have to be careful when I'm pulling the plants so they don't all just like knock down with each other, because they love to be intertwined. Okay, so the next one is this one. It's another of my begonia maduras. I have 2 in my home. And lastly is this one right here, which is my Philodendron pedatum that started off as 1 leaf this past winter. This one hideous leaf that's been ripped, but it's pushed out new leaf after new leaf after new leaf after new leaf, and just the pedatumness of it, the ghostness of it, is really coming through. So I'm so excited, and I really love this plant. The other day I actually was stupid enough to and willing to cut into it. I'm so happy it did not go through, because I'm not cutting into this plant for nobody. Well, don't quote me. So that's everything in this section. Right here is a air plant. I just have it chilling here because I want it to. So let's put the begonia. Come on, begonia. Let's put begonia here. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm gonna pan you to this window. The first plant in this section, I guess I'll start over here. I have my mermaid's tail. This is my Hoya polyneura broguette, and broguette is just all the silver that's in it. The silver is, all right, now you guys can see the beautiful silvering of this beautiful plant. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next to my polyneura, I have my Syngonium albo, and as you can see, the beautiful albo-ness that is happening. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And above that, I have a Hoya linearis, just chilling right here. And what I'm holding right now is actually, if you guys can see, this is a compacta, another compacta. I also forgot to mention that I have a fern in this plant. And this right here is my, you wouldn't believe it, for all the trash that I talked about this plant last year. Hold on. Okay, so this is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and as you guys can see how gigantic this plant is, it's freaking huge, and it definitely needs a bigger pot because the size of this plant is using so much water that I don't even have to provide it because it's getting so gigantic. So that is this plant. Horrible lighting, horrible lighting. What's the point of the ring light if it's not lighting my plants? Okay, So like I just showed you, this is the Herphidophora tetrasperma. Next under that is my Hoya Weyertii. I hope this is coming off with good lighting. And right under there is my Hoya SP AFF Bertonoi. I believe this is what this is, the Hoya SPAF Bertonoi. Then right here under it, actually here, this is a Haworthia, one of these scary Haworthias that I have inside of a terracotta pot and hanging from a hairband. So this is one of my most favorite creations, and it is my Hoya cage minus this right here that is not a Hoya. So the first Hoya in here is actually a Pubicalyx. If you want to say splash, not splash, but it's a Hoya Pubicalyx. Then I have my Silver Dollar. I have a Carnosa in here. Then I have this Crinkle 8 actually in this one. Next to the Crinkle 8 is my Heartleaf. What is this one called? Hoya Carrii. So I have a huge Hoya Carrii in here that started off as like a tiny thing. And next to it I have a Hoya Chelsea. So those are all the plants actually, and then I have another Hoya compacta in here, back here, somewhere in here. It's so hard to show you in this tank cage. Alright, so that was so tough. Look how long this is, and they like to just like twine within each other. That's what I'm loving about the Hoyas, is even though I don't have like a trellis to provide them, they're just twining and whining and loving up on each other and growing like the prolific growers that these Hoya plants are. So if we're gonna slide over to the right a bit, I have this Dieffenbachia Camille with some dead leaves of another plant on it. So I have a Dieffenbachia Camille, and I also have, thank God I caught this before it was too late, this Hoya obovata that I almost let die accidentally. Next is a fernleaf cactus. This is the one I was telling you about earlier. And this is my Philodendron tripartitum that has 2 new leaves that are still not yet unfurled, but I have high hopes for it. Alright, so in this little section right here, I have this situation that I DIY'd, and here houses my beautiful string of hearts, variegated. I also have a Hoya Hanhai behind it, just being beautiful, and under that I have my string of pearls, and it's on a box because I need to give this height. So under that I have my Pilea peperomioides. I don't know how to say it. Whatever, you know, my Pilea peperomia. I have over here some eggshells. Come on, if we're gonna focus. I have some eggshells right here as fertilizer. Next to that I have my Scindapsus pictus jade. Beautiful. And under that I have my Monstera sendalinea, whatever. And I have this beautiful pot of strings of turtles. I have my Hoya serpens right here that is just pushing out so much new growth. Look at all of this new growth here. Yay, so excited. This is a Ripsalis paradoxa. I have my variegated Carrii, my variegated string of pearls with a bunch of mother of thousands. I also have here my Hoya australis Sinai. I have, let me just fix these properly. I have a few of my air plants. So I have one Medusa, two Medusa. I have back here, it's my Kalenko pink, my pink Kalenko. This is a Ripsalis something. I don't know exactly what Ripsalis this was, but I got it in a trade with a planty friend. And my Ripsalis paradoxa is pushing out a new growth, so I just noticed that. I'm hella happy about that. And the last plant, but surely not least in this section, is my pink peperomia. That is so beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and go a little north to this window, another east facing window. So here's an overview of this window. I'm doing my best to show you all with the lighting that I have. The first plant is my Ficus lyrata, aka Toby. I have my old AF money tree, my Pachera aquatica, and as you can see, this plant is huge now. Like, you wouldn't believe how small this plant was when I first got it many moons ago. So moving on, I have one of my Philodendron brandies, and I have the second Philodendron brandy. They're in two separate pots, as you can see. I haven't decided to pot them up yet, but I plan on doing that. So next to my brandies, I have my this is, what is this again called? This is my Monstera Panica, whatever. And as you can see, I've been experimenting with different ways of doing moss poles, so this is pretty cool. Next to my Monstera Panica, I have my Monstera Peru, which I have attached to another moss pole. Next to my Peru, I have my humongous Mother of Thousand. This is, I would say, about like 4 feet high now. This plant is gigantic. It's humongous. So let's just focus with the ones that are down here, then I'll pan you all up. So next to my Panica, I actually have my Philodendron Burley Marks, which is my larger Philodendron Burley Marks. It's gigantic, but it's behind here. I hope you all can see. And I just had to check if there's more plants under this gigantic Philodendron. I mean, what is this called again? Under this gigantic fiddle leaf, I have another compacta, just a regular green compacta, and I have this wonky cactus that I love because it's so wonky, but it's such a prolific grower. Next, I have, basically on the windowsill, to try to give it as much sun as it can get, I have this vanilla planifolia, and then I have another, well, actually this is the first one in this video, but this is my first snake plant, and I decided to put it back at the window versus it always being next to me in my videos. And I have a Mother of Millions, a chandelier plant. So these are all the plants in the down part. So here I have my Hoya regalis, my variegated compacta. I have my variegated compacta Mauna Loa. Okay, let's turn this light. And on top of that, I have my terrestrial orchid. And then here, this is my beautiful, as you can see, curtsii, that just grows like a madman. And this is my humongous string of hearts that started off as one string in December, and I've been managing to fill out my plant while also filling out the foliage. Next is my Philodendron. Which one is this called? Philodendron bipennifolium. I have my Monstera. I have a Monstera Adansonii. I'm really hoping the lighting is good in this video. And I also have my Poya linearis, my first one, which I love to the moon and back. Next is this Ripsalis. I think this is the Bacifera, but don't quote me. And the last plant in this section, which is one of my oldest plants ever. It's my Syngonium white butterfly. If I move my compact, I keep calling this a compactor. This is how huge this plant is in this section. So this compactor, this Syngonium white butterfly, I actually got it in 2012. I'm gonna place a picture right here of, I believe the year this photo was taken is 2013. So in 2011 when I got this plant, not 2012, in 2011 when I got this plant, it was just a one node cutting, and this plant in here is hella full, hella bushy, hella huge. I've cut into this plant dozens and dozens and dozens of times. I've sold this plant so many times. I've traded, I've shared with friends, and it just keeps on growing. So these are all of the plants in this section. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to show you all this here. This is a Peperomia Propagation Station. It's so hard doing this with one hand. Wow. But I have a bunch of different Peperomia leaves in here that pretty much are all rooted. Let me show you. Like this little one right here, fully rooted. A lot of these are rooted, and some of the newer ones aren't, obviously, but I have the pink lady peperomias in here, and wow, these plants root like madmen. So this is the end of the video. If you guys liked it, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing. I absolutely am obsessed with these plants. These plants are my pride and joy. They're something that I have to physically put the work and the labor into to keep alive and to keep beautiful. So of course, they're my babies. So again, like I said, if you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share. Subscribe if you aren't already. Join this little cookie family because we're pretty awesome here. Be part of the houseplant community, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. And I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. Bye.